Sometimes it is required that you need to fetch the values from an indirectly related table. What do I mean by that? If you see, we have the customers table here, right? And we have the territory table also. Now, these two are not connected directly. These are connected through a shared fact table that is going to be sales, because territory is connected to sales and customer is also connected to sales, right? Suppose I would like to know that in which country, what is the average annual income of our customers, right? So let me go there and build something for you to understand it clearly. Here I'll be putting customers, sorry, not customer, it's going to be country, right? And then annual income. I'll drop it into values. So now you see one thing, that I am getting annual income same throughout for all the countries. Why? Because as I mentioned earlier and we discussed in detail at the time of modeling, when the tables are not connected, you will end up having the total values. Now I need to know the average. So for this, what I can do, if I come to this values, if I come to this drop down, I can change it to average. Okay, but still you will find I am getting the overall average, not an average for that particular country. Now, this is happening because these two are not connected directly, correct? Now, if even if it is connected through a shared table, this is also okay, but the problem lies with the cross filter direction. If you see, the cross filter is in both the cases just flowing downstream from the dimension table towards the fact table. And now the requirement is that territory should be able to control customers table, which it won't be able to do, because territory will be able to control sales because the filter is flowing down, but in turn sales won't be able to control customers because filter is not flowing upward. And if you remember, at the time of modeling, I've told you that we can actually go into the properties of the relationship between two tables. Right now I'm going into the properties of sales and customers, and here we have an option of cross filter direction. If I change it to both and I'll click OK, correct, it will change this filter to two-way in a minute. It's done. Now if I go back to the data, now I'm getting the right results. But as I've told you, this is temporarily, it is fine, but you will end up having a lot of issues with the other data set that you are going to show into the visualization. For this particular visual, it is absolutely fine. But rest of this, it will simply mess up your model, because I've clearly mentioned it to you that you should not keep two-way filters when you have more than one fact table. We have more than one fact table. We have a sales table with us also, and we have a return table with us. So that is the reason we should avoid having this cross filter direction to both. We should change it to single. But this can only be done by keeping it both way. Now the solution is, instead of coming over here and manually change it or physically change it, we can virtually turn it on. We can virtually make two-way filter using a DEX function. Isn't it very tempting? It's going to be very interesting and slightly to the advanced part of it. Now let me just go over there, and I will be writing a measure for it. Okay, I'll simply come over here and write a measure. And now I believe you'll be able to understand it clearly, because I've shown you practically what we need, but we're going to achieve that using the DEX function. So here I'll say country wise average, or country wise customer average income, right? and calculate for sure. What do we need to calculate? I need to calculate average annual income. But based on which filter? Based on cross filter. The name, even the name of the function is also same. Cross filter. And now it is asking for the left column name, right column name, and then cross filter type. You remember one thing, what we discussed there, that we should be having both way filter. When you have both way, then it doesn't matter that what you are going to put into left column or right column, that you can interchange. But the point is that based on which you have that relationship. See, the purpose was to have the both way filter between sales and customers. Remember, this is what we did. Now, how these two tables are connected based on the customer key. So I'll simply search for the customer key. Look at that. Customer key. And from the customers table, number one. So either you can put it into the left column or the right column, doesn't matter. Another customer key is going to be for the sales table. Let me just type it completely. Sales table. So one key from the customers table, one key from the sales table, and cross filter type. What kind of cross filter type you want? I want it both. Okay, so I'll simply select it. I'll close down the bracket twice and enter. So that's the magic. We are actually virtually activating this two-way filter. And let me just drag and drop it over here. There you go. We've got the results, right? This is very interesting. In this model view, we didn't touch it. If you see, we haven't changed it. But virtually, for this specific visualization, for this specific measure, it is actually virtually activating the two-way filter to both. That is the interesting part. So I hope that you're going to enjoy it a lot. I hope you're going to use it a lot, because this is a slightly advanced part. But yes, the moment you go further, you will definitely need such measures. Thank you so much.